Cap here with BSJ, and the draft's going on, so I'm going to let these two talk Dota.
I mean, I just really quickly have to highlight that interview and how hilarious it was. This interview probably would happen like a week and a half ago, I think is when I saw they were scheduling those. And they interview BRAME, Skylark's in there. I think we perform under pressure better than all those other teams. Well, except OG, of course. Yeah. Except OG. Well, guess who your first opponent is?
Surprise!
It's OG. But to be fair, does OG really have a lot of pressure on them? I feel like, you know, OG shows up at TI. Will they show up at this DPC? Will they be able to make that adjustment fast enough? All I know is I don't envy Sox's position.
Yeah.
Because if they don't do well, then people are just going to...
Jerax, welcome back.
Yeah, they're just... They'd be like, oh, when are you bringing Jerax back? It's obviously Sox's fault, even though it probably won't be. So... And there's also very little information on OG. I would say one of the biggest changes that they have made by, you know, bringing back Anna and having mid one is that I felt like mid one was not super comfortable in the harder carries. Maybe that was just more the OG play style. But for example, like Morphling, Anna Morphling.
Yeah.
You know, that's godlike. And you can now pick that, whereas before on OG, I felt like you couldn't. They tried it twice and they lost both times.
I'm going to say, in my short stint in the EU, this is the first time I've been here playing carry, and it is really hard to find the time to farm here. Like, Snaking already talked about the pace of the game, and OG is known to be the team that really set this pace back at TI 8. Like, they were the team that said, you have to run around as 4, and if you don't do it, we're going to run you over. And it's a unique skill for the carry player of this team to be able to select carefully what fights they show up to and then also come up with a ton of net worth. And I think that's exactly what OG needs on their team. And that's why I think they've struggled so much to replace Ana with anybody else, really. It's like mid one, amazing player. Like everyone they've tried, like they're all high tier players. It's just not what exactly OG needs. And I think, I really do think this is one of the few teams where one player leaving is a significant change, and even if it's like an equal caliber player or even close to it, it will make a huge difference to have Ana back. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think Magnus, kind of an unsung hero. I've seen him a lot so far in the pubs. Like he got buffed, Battle Fury got nerfed. What else do you need, you know, like to make a hero meta? I think Magnus will be seen a lot more. Probably a 5 position, maybe a 3.
Meanwhile, BRAME, we have a lot more information on them because they've actually been playing other tournaments during this period of time. OG, the last matches we saw of them, of the previous roster, was all like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, BRAME literally were playing games like just yesterday in some of these other smaller tournaments. So there's a lot more information out about them. I saw some early like Venomancer pickups by them. They seem to value that hero now. I feel like they kind of have to get some different Skylark heroes in. Since his heroes were very meta last patch. I think he's really good at, for example, I think Beastmaster is like Skylark through and through. And unless you're down with the new Aghanims Beastmaster, you can't really pick that.
Definitely a different hero. It's funny,
much,
you know, your Beastmaster player doesn't necessarily mean translates to this patch.
Yeah. Same goes with Lycan. Now that's a hero that really got ruined by Necronomicon being removed.
No, he's just a support that lives to bite others. Basically. Well, not really, but
I have
feels
no
that way.
follow-up to that.
I have a question. Obviously, Ana is a really good player, and he did win TI twice.
True.
So, you know, nothing but respect. But he hasn't played officials for close to 2 years.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He's just that much of a
He
winner
is
kid.
the only player in the world, I will say, that does not matter.
He is the prodigy.
He practiced IO carry in party queue with his friends and his girlfriend, I believe. I believe that's how it went down. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
That's where he practiced it, right? And he won TI with it. So, I mean, it's like,
He's
whatever
that
reason,
good.
There's just something about this kid that, you know, you see those like 5-year-olds playing the piano, and you're just like, what the hell's going on? How do you know how to do that? Ana's the one player I look at and say, I don't understand how he still knows how to play this game. And I think his way of viewing the game is so unique that it probably won't get capitalized on by most teams he's on, and I think that's partially why he kind of fell out of the pro scene for a while, and OG's, I firmly believe, the one team that can make it work.
Yeah, he's the wonder kid for sure. And I think that you can stretch some of what makes Ana good to other pro players is that that clutch factor.
Yeah.
People who can perform under pressure. Some people have it, some people don't. Like, Brian, do you think you had it when you were playing? Or did you feel like your performance was...
I'm at this desk.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I choke under pressure.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing Dota, I don't play nearly as well when it comes to playing, like, in anything that has stakes to it.
I think he genuinely doesn't care.
Yeah,
he actually
like,
is like, he's the type where if he wins TI, I'm pretty, like, I did ride back to the airport with him in the vans when we were done with TI9. He didn't seem like anything. Like, he just seemed like it was a normal day riding in a van back to the airport after he won TI. I'm like jittering just being next to the guy that won TI, and he just doesn't care. And I was like, okay, that's cool, man.
That's
just
about
another day at the office.
Yeah.
It's how you would feel, right? If when you finish up your summer internship, right?
Yeah.
Your summer
internship.
My summer internship definitely doesn't pay that well. Let me tell you that.
Most of the summer internships are unpaid.
Yeah. All right, so I'm happy to see him back. Looks like he's gonna get to play some Juggernaut. By the looks of it, and it's the Jug Mag. It's like, yeah, we're stepping back in time. It's fine. We got the Tide Hunter coming up from BRAME. They go for the full green squad so far. What do we think about the two teams?
I don't like
three heroes.
I don't like the Tide because the reason why Jug looked good here is because the first two heroes don't threaten it at all. You have Pugna, Earth Spirit, which is 2 of your 3 like do stuff heroes. You know, you have your 4, 5, 2. Those are your do stuff heroes. You know at least 2 of those. You know they're 2 of those 3 slots, and then you pick your offlaner, who if you'd pick like a Beastmaster or a Legion or some hero that threatened Jug, you now have an answer. But now it has to come from the carry. And I love this Brew because the first hero that comes to mind is Ursa, and Brew deals with that hero so well at almost every stage of the game. And I think that's why they picked it, kind of preliminary counter. And they are going to be the Mag 5 most likely.
Yeah, it seems like they wanted an offlaner that is able to deal with Earth Spirit roaming around a little bit. One thing I was a little bit surprised from watching some of the matches so far is that I expected a lot more support rotations into the mid lane to be able to deal with those water runes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if these mids are picking up bottles earlier to take advantage of the water runes, the best way to ruin their game is to make sure they just don't get that refill.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And so maybe that's a BRAME idea that they wanted to be able to have this Earth Spirit to be a little bit more free to roam. He just pulls the second wave, right? Gives the Tide Hunter a little bit of space to be able to get his 3. But I agree with you that I don't like it against Jug.
I don't know if you can leave your lane at 2 minutes is the thing.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
So it's like they go for Ursa. It's the stereotypical counter to Jug, but I really do think they saw this coming on OG. Like, I don't want to pick Ursa into Brew. It's like the lane's okay. But in game, your status res, you just get tossed up. You get your overpower purged. It does not feel good because you have to buy an earlier BKB. You can't really fight until you have it. I assume he's going to go for the Battle Fury.
And you're also, I really like playing Dark Willow against Ursa, right? Because he's such a single target focused hero that my Shadow Realm feels really good. I can threaten him with my damage, potentially force out an Enrage. Plus, you've got lots of little disables. Right?
Oh,
like it sucks when you only have like one big disable.
I hate that spell.
Status resistance.
So good. You know what?
Bramble
The
is
stupid.
so annoying.
This shard is so good
It actually is
because
really
it
good.
doesn't matter how you get rid of the Cursed Crown, and they'll still spawn. I love it.
They also.
fan.
I want to note that they banned the Slark on OG. I actually played with Kuman last night, who last picked Slark into Mag, and the Ag Shard. Your team gets RP'd, and you just Ag Shard on top of them. It literally ruins the RP. You can't hit any of them for 3 seconds.
Yeah, when I first saw that shard, I was like, okay, I guess it's better than the old AoE ultimate that they had. But I was like, is this really good? And then I played around with demo testing, and it's like, okay, I mean, it's basically a second ultimate for yourself as well, right?
Yeah.
When you pounce onto somebody, you just throw that on the ground. You could save your ultimate. And as a Slark player, isn't it really important to hold on to your actual
Well, yeah, the biggest thing about it is it's a separate spell, and you can use it to save your teammates or yourself. Like, you don't. Slark is a naturally very selfish hero.
Oh, you see that? OG actually thinks this is the 5 Tide Hunter. And they still have the Skylark hero. So their banner was Beastmaster, is Enigma.
It's like, but then you're tied Ursa against Willow Brew. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound awful to you?
It doesn't sound amazing.
I think they need to ban threats to the Jug, so I like their bans. But for BRAME, are they really running 5? Yeah, I mean, they're not running 5 tied, but that makes me hate it even more because
Yeah, and it just says OG don't respect that Tide Hunter.
yeah.
They're like, well, this is kind of a bad Tide game. They must be picking surely a different core.
Ooh.
And they're not. And wow.
Is he gonna go Meteor Hammer? Is my question. Or
Wait, so who's playing which?
I hope
It's
not.
it's almost certainly a Thompson Ricky.
Because
Oh,
it is
no,
because it's a
off
Seb
lane.
mag.
5 brew.
Yeah,
It's
it's five
yeah.
brew, for sure, right? For sure. New
Yeah.
Sleeping Dart got nerfed, so I don't think
No, Sleeping Dart got buffed.